This is Trentavius, BADOOKIE the 7th, and he is here to earn some offers. He is straight out of Alabama, and he is 6'5", 325, intercepting that ball with bad intentions. And one thing about Trentavius is his dream school has always been Alabama Crimson Tide. Coaches always said if you practice how you play and translate it to that field, you would in no time get that offer from Alabama Crimson Tide. I mean, after 3 games of balling out his senior year, Nick Saban hit him up and threw him the offer. But there was only one problem. Nick Saban didn't want him to come down there and play D-line. He wanted him to join the offensive line. Trentavius BADOOKIE the 7th was extremely excited to go, so he packed his bag and said, "Coach, I'm on the way." BADOOKIE the 7th was a boom automatic starter coming into Alabama. I mean, if you come in and start as a freshman at Alabama, you have great chances of going to the National Football League. And just look at that great hole I created for that running back, and on 2nd and 7, I will pull, get up that field and knock him off his rockers. Get on the ground. I mean, Trentavius BADOOKIE the 7 is a monster in those trenches. But as you can see, he was holding up and we would go in to score. But on 2nd and 1, I was locking him down. He had nowhere to go. He couldn't knock hands down, get wrists or forearms. He couldn't do anything. One thing that Trentavius BADOOKIE the 7 will do is clamp you up and box you down and throw you out of the club. But on 1st and goal, he will throw him out of the club because he's not a grown man. You are not on the same level as me. I mean, growing up in a household of 6 brothers, I mean, we were always tough on each other. But as you can see, we will go on and win the game 21-14 in our season opener. On to our next game against the number 5 seed 2-0 Texas A&M. I absolutely laid a great block for the running back, but on 1st and 10, as you can see, I was locking him down. I sat down on it, and the quarterback delivered the blow. That was a great pass, but on 2nd and 5, I was driving him out of club, and then boom, get out of my way. You're not on the same level as me. But on 2nd and 10, I absolutely threw him into the running back. Here's you see on 3rd and 12, Bryce Young is going to have the best protection all season. On 2nd and 4, I mean, they are clamped down. They are not getting any pass rush to the quarterback. But on 2nd and 5, as you can see, I was sitting in la-la land and let him run past me, but I went and covered the ball. And that could have went bad, but on 1st and goal, as you can see, I was holding up and we will go in for another TD. But on 1st and 10, I was driving him and made him fall on that ground. Man, we will kneel the ball and go on and win the ball game. We win our 2nd game 30-14. On to our next game against 0-2 Colorado State. Started off intense. I absolutely bull rushed him, and as you can see, Gibbs get up that sideline, and I mean, I was all the way in the back, but they were going for almost 6, but I will throw him on the ground, and we will finally go in for 6. On to the next one on 3rd and 12. The D-lineman came off and did not shoot his hand, so I absolutely boxed him up. On to the next one on 1st and 10. There was a screenplay, and as you can see, I will get up the field, lay up block, and the tight end will absolutely hit that sideline, and he could, and he would take it all the way for a TD. And on 2nd and goal, I pull, bam, oh my God, he got absolutely obliterated. On 1st and 10, I pull again, and I will be the lead blocker, push him out of the way, and Gibbs will get up that sideline for 6. And on 1st and 10, I was sitting down and threw him out of that club. Son, you don't belong on the same field as me. I mean, this freshman is just having the time of his life out there. Trentavius BADOOKIE the 7 is the next big thing in college football. And on 2nd and inches, he absolutely takes ACL, MCL out, so you better get out of the way. And on 2nd and 6, he takes it out again, and we will go on to win the game. On to our next game again, boom, oh my God, the number 25 seed 2-1 Ole Miss. As you can see, I boomed him early on, and Jameer Gibbs gets up that sideline and goes for a pretty big gain. And on 2nd and goal, I will drive him out of the club, and we will go in for a TD. And on 1st and 10, I knocked him down. Playing offensive line and defensive line is not an easy task. I mean, you hit every single play. You have to be well conditioned. Coach wanted to go for it on 4th and goal. I pulled and couldn't find a block on anyone. We would get a turnover down, but on 1st and 10, I absolutely threw him on the ground, but it was still a negative 3-yard rush, and I boomed him to ACL, MCL out, and we will go on and win another game 14-0. On to our next game against 3-1 Georgia State. He couldn't get off of me. My gloves, when I hit you in your chest, they will stick like glue, I promise you. And I took ACL, MCL out. I mean, I'm trying to come and knock you off of your rockers. The thing about D-line is you have to have get off. I played it before, and I already know what a D-lineman is going to do before they even get their hand in that dirt. So I'm coming down to knock your buckles loose, so you better watch out. Trentavius BADOOKIE the 7, boom, he's trying to hurt you every time, so get get out of the way like I said. But going into the next one, 1st and 20, he absolutely takes him out, but the running back got no gain. But on 1st and 10, he took him out and made him do a front flip. I mean, we going to win another ball game, and this time we win 24-6. On to our next game against 2-3 Kentucky. Just look at the pass pro across the whole board. And Trayshawn Holden will take it all the way for a 6 early on. 1st and goal, I will pull and boom. Oh my God. 1st and 10, I'm coming to take your legs out, so get out of the way. Trentavius Badookie the 7th favorite move is to chop block you. I mean, it's kind of a cheap shot, but he's a dirty offensive lineman. But on 3rd and 4, he was holding up, and as you can see, JoJo Earl takes it in for a 6. But on 2nd and 3, look at that pass pro. He couldn't get happy. He was clamped. When I say anchor down, I'm anchoring down. I will throw you out of that club. Back in the day, his father, Jet Badookie, also played offensive line and D lineman, so he has gave him great tips on how to be a dirty offensive lineman. But as you can see, we will go on and win the ball game. This time we will win 28-0. On to our next game against 5-2 Arkansas. Look how I pass off and boom him. Oh my God, that's a way to transition onto another block. But on 2nd and 5, as you can see, I threw him out of the club. I mean, I took his ACL, MCL out, and on 2nd and goal, I was absolutely sitting on it. Don't you ever try to do a spin move on me, kid. As you can see on 1st and goal, the tackle passed off, and I absolutely anchored down on him. But on 1st and 10, I was sitting down on him. How embarrassing. Look at him. He tripped over his feet. But on 1st and 10, we took him almost like the blind side. We about took him to the stand. As you can see, we have a counter play. Absolutely take him out, and Gibbs absolutely runs him over. But on 2nd and 3, I throw him down and threw him out of that club. Come on, man. Trentavius Badookie the 7 is looking for a target. Every time he gets out on that field, he will lay a good block for his teammate to go for 6. But as you can see, we're going to win the game, and we will win 52-7. Oh my God. On to our next game against the number 7 seed Tennessee. I took a cheap shot early on. I'm trying to hurt them any chance I can because they have not took a loss on their season yet. So we're trying to do anything we can, any chance we can. And I told you, I'm trying to take them out by any means possible. Trentavius Badookie the 7 is trying to take the same route that his brother did. Derek Badookie Jr. was a former running back for Alabama Crimson Tide, and he had gotten drafted in the NFL. I mean, Trentavius had looked up to him after his whole career. He was his first brother to make it to the league. I mean, how special is that? Well, 1 minute in the 4th quarter, we are down by 5 points, and it is 4th and 26 with 21 seconds to go, and Bryce Young will put it on the money to Prentice, and he will go all the way to the 1-yard line, and it is game time. We are gonna win this game, and on 1st and goal, we will punch it in to take us up. We will go on and win the ball game, and as you can see, we will win it 15-14. That was a close one. On to our next game against 5-4 LSU, I absolutely chop blocked him, and Gibbs will get up that sideline and get the 1st down early on. And on 1st and 10, boom, get on that ground. I absolutely manhandle him, and as you can see, McLean will take it all the way for 6. But on 1st and 10, I was absolutely anchoring down and made sure I tried to chop block him, but he wasn't going for it. He put his hands on my head, but we still got a pretty big game. As you can see, I'm an ankle biter, so get out of my way like I always say. But as you can see, bam, oh my God, that's how you translate to the next block. You throw one out of the way and you move on to the next level. And on 1st and 10, he was trying to spin on me, but I was sitting down on it, and I take him out again. Son, you need some help because you cannot mess with Trentavius Badookie the 7. But as you can see, we were double teaming him, and look at that hole we created for Gibbs. He will take it all the way for 6, and we will kneel the ball the old-fashioned way and go on to beat LSU 31-15. On to our next game against Mississippi State. On 1st and 10, I shuffled down the line and anchored down on him and clamped him up. He got no way to the quarterback, and on the first play of the game, we will take it all the way for 6. But on 1st and 10, I will pull and lay a good block, and Gibbs will get up that left sideline, and he almost goes for 6, but he get pushed out, but I almost took him to the stands. I told him, hey, you are not going to stand a chance with me this whole game, brother, so you might as well just give up now. And I took ACL, MCL out. On to the next one, 1st and 10. Boom, get out of my way, kid. But Gibbs got tackled for a loss, but on 2nd and 11, we will double team him and put him on his knees. Hey, yo, but going into the next play, I had no one to block, and I cleaned his clock. Oh my God. But we will go on and win the ball game. And as you can see, we will go on to beat Mississippi State 37-35. That was a close one. On to our next game. Boom, that's 1 pancake. Boom, that's 2 pancake. And you know what we call those? A double pancakey. But on 1st and 10, I was trying to move to the next level, but I tripped over myself. But as you can see, we will go on to score, and boom, boom, that's another double pancakey. And Trentavius Badookie the 7th was not out here to play. Bam! bam, oh my God. He will be an All-American, but on 1st and 10, as you can see, bam, oh my God, he moves to the next level and throws him on the ground. That's another double pancakey. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, he was sitting down on it, threw him out of the club and absolutely threw him out of the club, and bam, he cleaned his clock or did knock his buckles loose. But on 1st and 10, he was sitting down and took HCL MCL out. At this point, he's trying to hurt him, but he will go in and play a big block for his running back Gibbs to go in for 6. But as you can see, we will go on and win another game. This time was a blowout. 45-0. Coach said he was getting us donuts. On to our next game against 6-5 Auburn. I lay a good block, but he just could not find a hole, so he got put down. And on 2nd and 3, as you can see, Bryce Young's deliver it to Ja'Cory Brooks, and I tried to run down the field with him, but I got tired halfway I got down there. Going into the next ball, 2nd and 1, as you can see, I was clamping him up. Their defensive line just could not get a pass rush, and I mean, that's what you call a good pass bro from left to right. And on 1st and 10, we would take it in for 6, and on 2nd and 6, I was blocking him, and Gibbs hit that hole because I said it for him. But as you can see, I took ACL MCL out. You might want to get out of the way. Here, as you can see, on 2nd and goal, he tried to run away from me. I said, no, sir, come here. I will clamp you down. But we will go on and win another game, and this time we will win 42-14. On to the conference championship game against number 6 seed 11-1 Georgia. I absolutely took his legs out and almost made him fall, but he just didn't. But on 1st and goal, I was sitting on it, and we were going with the first touchdown of the game. And on 2nd and 4, about grabbing him with one hand to show him how much of a grown man I am. But on 1st and goal, I will pull and knock him out of the club, and Gibbs almost goes in for 6, but he did not. But just look at this pass pro on the goal line. We will shift down. I will get back to him. He would deliver it to Ja'Cory Brooks. But as you can see, on 1st and 10, we were sliding, and I could not get to another one. I tripped up. But on 2nd and 10, I did, and this time I boomed him and made sure to put him on that ground. But we were going to nail the ball, and we will go on and win the conference championship 31-15. We were turned up. Here, as you can see, Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back for Alabama Crimson Tide, wins Heisman. On to the national championship game against the number 2 seed 13-0 USC. I'm doing anything to try to take you out because I want a ring, and I'm gonna go get a ring by any means. But on 3rd and goal, as you can see, I took him out again. I was wearing this defensive line out, and I mean, I pulled and laid a block on him, and Gibbs will get up that field, but he gets hit. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, I was sitting on it and almost threw him out of that club, but he just got lucky. And oh my God, Bryce Young delivers a 46-yard reception. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, we were sliding with the double team. Oh my God. But on 3rd and 24, I was sitting down on it, and he just tripped over himself. But we get another double team, and I tripped over myself. But we were going to nail the ball, and as you can see, we are national champions. We will go on and beat them 16-10. That was a pretty close one. Trentavius BADOOKIE II, as a freshman, ended his season off with 22 pancakes and only let up 3 sacks. But as you can see, he was an all NCAA first team. Drop in the comments down below if you want more Trentavius BADOOKIE II or you want a new road to glory. Drop in the comments down below.